How grounded are you in reality? Do you find yourself lost in thought? I'm such a movie buff. I used to go to the movies at any time of the day or night. 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, and I would walk out of the movie theater in a daze. After 2 or so hours of letting myself get lost in another person's world and experience, it was a nice escape. But in retrospect, that's what it was for me. I needed to escape what was happening in my life, and movies were my socially acceptable way to do that. Philosopher Colin Wilson once said, "Imagination should be used not to escape reality, but to create it." This insight introduces why the first step in our grace model, grounding, is so crucial. Welcome to day 9 of 21 days of self-love and mindfulness. I am Sunflower Medicine, and I am thrilled to finally share the grace model with you and how we can use it to enhance fulfillment and self-expression. Today, we begin with the letter G for grounded. Staying grounded is the foundation of being fulfilled and self-expressed as a human, because it reminds us to stay connected to the human part of us. While we relish the joys and the amazement of realizing this vast potential we have as our mind and our body and spirit come together, we sometimes get tempted to escape into the spiritual realm, blissing out in yoga or meditation, but not connecting that to our physical human experience. Or for many of us, it's also very intellectually stimulating just to wander into some deep thoughts about how it's all connected and try to define and create models that predict this journey. However, all of this, if not grounded in the current day, hour, minute, second, will distract us from our true power. That power comes when we bring it all into the here and now, into this physical world. Being up in that ether in our thought and our spirit is nice. But if we don't have that thought and that spiritual exploration connected to what's real, we don't have any power in our self-fulfillment and expression. So let's explore what it means to stay grounded for the person wearing your shoes with our reflection questions for day 9. Number 1, do you see a difference in how you feel after you've spent time present to your environment and living in the moment versus daydreaming or lost in a book or movie or social media? Which experience do you prefer? How easy is it for you to get back into what's really happening in your life or what you're committed to? Take some time to look at how much time you spend deep in thought or lost in your imagination or just interacting with the swirling thoughts in your head. How much time do you spend interacting with where you are? Looking around to get present to what's around you or who's around you. One practice that I've actually taught some of my business coaching clients when they're in a stressful situation or having a crucial, critical conversation and they have some fear or anxiety around it. I teach them to be grounded in the situation. Get out of your head about what could happen or what you're supposed to say. Put your feet on the ground. I even tell them to go so far as to count the buttons on the person's shirt or the tiles in the ceiling. Do what you need to do to get present to what is in the room, where you are, who's around you. Take some time now, write down what you're discovering or learning about yourself, about being grounded. Write it in your journal, write it in your book. Remember to share with the community and support other people who are asking themselves these questions. On to question number 2. What grounding activities are already a part of your daily routine, and how can you elevate them to get the most benefit from them? Some of the suggestions in our book include spending time in nature, doing some physical activities like yoga, and also meditation. Are you practicing any of these grounding activities? If so, are you doing it in such a way to create your reality or escape it? Are you using your activities where you explore your mind and your spirit or your body in such a way that they're connected, or are you still keeping them siloed? Are you creating a reality? Mental, spiritual, and physical reality, or are you escaping it? Take some notes and reflect on whether your practices integrate all the parts of you, mental, spiritual, and physical. Third question, a huge part of expanding your fulfillment in life. Getting real about how you spend your time. What is the best way to reframe or restructure how you spend your time? Are you going to the movies 3 times a week to escape? How is that working? What can you do to gain some authority and say in how the time you spend every day keeps you grounded and moving toward your goals? These are very personal questions. Each one of you will have a different view, will have a different experience, will have a different aha lesson about what you're learning and what's opening up for you, what's available to you. Share what that is. Share what you're learning with our community. Look through other people's comments here for inspiration. This community is growing. It is such a joy to be part of. Thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for sharing yourself. I look forward to seeing you all in tomorrow's Day 10 session. Bless you.